Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gracie of Graceful Healing. This week is your midweek spirit message for August 6th. I pulled us some cards and I was placing a thought to spirit of what we need to know in this present moment. And they have showed me some reflections that I have been navigating through. We all know this week has been a very intense week astrologically, but also with our dynamics of where the world is at. And there's a lot of information coming through, there's a lot of uncertainty and also fear mindsets, right? There's so much happening that is triggering us, that is making us feel what does the future look like for us? And when I was going through these moments that were arising, whether it was external or internal, I saw this awareness come through of remembering who I came here to be. I could make the choices to uplift myself and the world around me, but also there was a reminder that I can't bypass of what's going on around me, but we can bring through prayer and intentions and different efforts of how can we support what we feel drawn to and not to lose your faith in the future. Don't lose your faith in what is external because that's an illusion. And I was just like, wow, okay, how do you want me to look through this? And I'm using two decks. So I pulled three cards and I pulled from Earth Magic from Steve Farmer and I pulled from Angel Guides with Kyle Gray. So the first card that I pulled that they're drawing my attention to is childhood innocence. And when we have grown up and are adults, we forget the innocence, that curiosity to observe the world around us and within us through that curiosity mindset versus our lived experiences. And we're not going to bypass, but also when you're those images come up, those situations come up, also acknowledge them, but also be curious with them. Be that innocence. Okay, what are you trying to show me? Help me see this through a different lens. And that's the innocence. Look at the two kids right here looking at the sun. They're looking at the sun rays like in awe, in awe. Wow. Was it their first time seeing it? Are they observing it through that lens of innocence of what is the possibilities? And when I look at this card, I feel like there is so much joy. Yes, we're moving from the darker shadows of it, and there will always be guidance and light, right? Guiding us back to that life force of the energy of the sun, back to the life force of our creator, our divine source. And when we navigate through emotions that are coming up, situations, and ask to look at it in a different lens through the childlike lens, that curiosity versus criticism, judgment, fear, scarcity, the woe is me, what's happening, and asking for grandfather son to light the way, to be curious and be like, okay, how can I change the directions of my thoughts? Because I feel this is a mental card for us to change the way we perceive things. What can we do differently, but not in a judgmental way, more of a childlike way of curiosity. And if we see kids playing around, they're always discovering new things. They're always like asking why. So the invitation with where we're at right now is not be attached to these emotions, these situations that are coming up, but to look at it in a curiosity mindset and ask your divine source, the universe, God, creator, to angels, guides, ancestors, loved ones, to help you see it through a different lens that is going to support you. And sometimes, and this has been in conversation, what they're bringing to me is the recent conversations. I say for the last week, I've been in conversation about inviting our spirit team in. And this was a teaching of mine that I still have to practice, especially when things get a little tougher and I'm dealing with a situation or an old memory comes up, an old emotion. I get triggered and I'm like in my emotions. And then I come back to my heart and I'm like, okay, I either ask my angels for strength. I ask my guides for bring me guidance, what this is coming up. I learned to build a close relationship with my spirit team, not in where they're going to take away, because we're here to live a human experience and go through difficulties and go through joy and different experiences that is going to create our journey. And this is where the waterfall is. I pulled the waterfall and it's effortlessly. And sometimes we walk against the tide, we walk away, we walk towards the current, and we can make things more difficult. And just like the waterfall, if you see the water just cascading and it's just naturally flowing. And when we learn to naturally flow with our energies taking us, because everything's energy, we start to become, what they're showing me is like we start to become one with nature. Our life is sculpted through that flow. Sometimes we do, like I said before, we do encounter rougher currents, and that's just shaping the rocks that's within us, whether it is smoothing out those sharper edges. And when we get to the other side, it's nice and flowy. Like whenever we see a waterfall, whatever I see a waterfall, is this massive, powerful flow of water just rushing down. And it always comes to a pool beneath it. And it's so calm and just so beautiful. And it's just, for me, it's like this card is reminding me to just effortlessly allow that sacred water within me to flow and to help release what is that I'm resisting. So if there's resistance in you, your secret waters know how to smooth it out. It knows how to release it and make it as smooth as possible through your journey. And let me see, what else do you want me to say? Waterfalls, like they're showing me this huge waterfall, and I haven't seen really big waterfalls unless I'm on TikTok, but it's showing me this beautiful waterfall, and how we come around and we go and they become like beautiful sights to go see and witness, and we're in awe about it. They're reminding us that's who we are when we allow our lives to excuse me, flow effortlessly. When we allow that flow to carry us instead of resisting, our lives becomes that awe for us to just sit back and be like, wow, this life was beautiful. There was moments of difficulties, but I learned how to trust the flows of my sacred waters. And especially in times right now, we're encountering massive change, massive change. And we could resist it, or we could choose to sit within ourselves and ask, what choices can I make that is going to benefit for my highest and greatest good? Because the work we do here also is the benefit of other beings around the world, and allowing those flows of life to guide you and be curious. And when we allow those flows of life, I feel that right now, with this energy being in Mercury retrograde, we have all these planets doing their thing, and we're like, what is going on? Follow some great astrologers. I listen to Chani, I listen to Dr. Michael Lennox. There's great astrology. Chloe, the Oracle. Yeah, there's some really great astrologers out there. And just listening to them and being like, okay, it's awareness and understanding where the energetics are as a collective and an individual, so we can navigate our lives. And when we start to observe what is coming up from us through that innocent childlike lens, we can ask for the guidance and support to allow our sacred waters to effortlessly transmute them and transfer them into, I always ask Mother Earth, thank you for transmuting this energy that is not serving me anymore. Every night I come back to my energy, calling back my power and thanking Mother Earth for transmuting the energy that's no longer service of mine, or it's not mine to hold. And then I just call in the divine light to run in me and through me and replenish and fill me up with life force, the love, and come back. And I go back into gratitude of the day. And I find one special thing about that day that I was really grateful for. And it helps me go through all the blessings and all the gratitudes that I witness in this day. And it just fills my heart. And when we truly start changing our mindsets, right? It's about what is supporting me, what is teaching me, what is guiding me for my highest and greatest good. And sometimes reflecting these emotions that are going up, it's going to support you in a way of no longer holding that essence that made you feel not worthy, shame, guilt, whatever that emotion was, anger, fear. So you can replenish that area in your life or in that area of your body sometimes, right? Our bodies carry these stagnicities, and now you could replenish it what fills you up that will support you in your next part of your journey. And this week we're working through some stuff and we're going into big energy. And I got the manifestation card. And I just love this card because it just shows that we have the support of the universe. We have the support of creation supporting us. And if we take a moment to step outside and clear our minds and just witness, there is not a lack of oxygen. There is not a lack of trees. There's not a lack of stars. And when we, what do you want me to say with this? When we allow, like this angel is just sitting there with her hands open, knowing it's coming to that trust and knowing that you are part of that endless, there's endless amount of whatever you need, whether it's love, support, but everything starts within. And that's why she's holding, I feel when she's holding her hand, she's just like by her heart, because our heart opens up and allows what our desires and our dreams to manifest to. And there's no big enough ask or small enough. What your heart is leading to, that is your how do you want me to say this? It's your destiny to attract that into your life. It's not taken away. And knowing, look at the wings on her back, we have angel wings supporting us. Sometimes I just close my eyes and I just imagine these wings lifting me up and carrying me and walking me through that fear that is blocking me. Because sometimes I stop and it's, what am I fearful for? What is on the other side? I have a great mentor who says the other side of fear is magic. And I bring that teaching in over and over, thank you, Danielle, over and over again, because fear held me back for so long in my life. And it took healing, it took awareness, it took patience, it took understanding. And when I do encounter fear, I imagine those wings on my back. And I just shrug my shoulders. I'm like, okay, I'm walking through fear. On the other side of this is magic. And I take that leap. Sometimes it takes a couple times to do that, but that's okay. Know that you are being supported by the universe and that your dreams and desires are exactly, they're placed in your heart for a reason. They're not there just by coincidence. If you could dream it, you could achieve it. And sometimes our logic minds jump in really quick as soon as you're like, yeah, I'm dreaming of traveling to Scotland. And then, that logic mind, that egotistic mind comes in and be like, da da da, how are you gonna pay for it? Blah, 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 blah. But if it's in your heart and it's a dream that you feel that is within you, start talking to the universe, start talking to your team, start saying, okay, what actions do I need to take? Write them down, manifest them, right? There's big energy. Know that you are worthy to achieve any desire, any dream that is in your heart for the highest and greatest good. And it's not going to take away from somebody else. There's more than enough. And that's our way of changing that mindset. It's going back to that curiosity. When kids ask and want things, they don't wonder, how is this going to happen? They just know in their hearts, oh, I'm going to ask. And they believe they're going to get it. And it's coming back and allowing your inner child to be curious about your dreams. And I remember what they're bringing up to me right now is sometimes we quiet our inner child down through lived experience. And I have. And so when I started wanting to dream again, I'm like, how do I dream again? Because I shut my dreams down. And I came back to my inner child and, okay, let's dream. And I allow her to dream with me. And I know I'm in a different space now and I have more awareness, and I'm still going to continue to evolve and work through things. But I know that inner child could dream big, and I allow her to dream big. And it's so exciting to see where I have come from to who I am today. And I know it's just going to continue to expand and grow. And my hope for you is to follow your dreams, to dream big, and know that if it's in your heart, it was placed there for a reason. So I hope this message supports you and inspires you. I will come back next week with a midweek message. And thank you again for being part of Graceful Healing. If you like this content, please comment, subscribe, follow. And yeah, I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day.